Donna, and this morning we're going to do a chair yoga class. So I invite you to grab a nice sturdy chair, and it can have a high back. Any type of kitchen chair or anything that's very sturdy will work. The straighter the back, the better it is. But find yourself a nice sturdy chair. And then also, if you have a band, grab a band. If you don't have a band, a towel, a 2-foot, 3-foot towel will work, a piece of cloth, a scarf. We're just going to use that to assist us in some stretching later on. So come to your chair, have a seat. You don't want your back against the back of the chair. You want to be sitting a little bit away from it. Feet firmly planted on that floor, hip width apart. Hold those stomach muscles in tight. And just take a nice big inhale, reaching to that ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. Draw some circles with that nose. And switch the direction of your circles. And bring everything back to center. Place those hands on your lap. Turn those palms towards the ceiling. And we're going to take some nice deep breaths. So we're going to inhale to the count of 4, hold it for 2, and exhale to the count of 4. So let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Return to normal breathing. And for the next 45 minutes or so, remind yourself to keep your focus on your breath. Keep it on your body and your yoga practice. If cares or concerns of the day should enter your mind, watch them enter and watch them drift right on out. Keep your focus on your breath, your body, and your yoga practice. Let's take a nice deep inhale, reaching to that ceiling. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Inhale, bring the backs of those hands together. Exhale, palms. Inhale, back. Exhale, palms. And one more. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. As you exhale, twist to one side and float those arms down, placing one hand on your thigh, the other on your chair. Lift from those sits bones all the way up through the crown of your head on the inhale. And as you exhale, peel that back shoulder a little further away from you. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. As you exhale, twist to the opposite side. Inhale, reach, and as you exhale, grasp the back of that chair, leaning forward. Release your grasp on that chair, lean forward. Keep those arms straight and press them up towards the ceiling. Gently squeezing shoulder blades towards each other, pressing triceps skyward. Inhale, reach up to that ceiling. As you exhale, grasp one leg. Circle that ankle. Other direction. Flex that foot and point those toes. Flex and point. Inhale and exhale as you flex and point. Point and hold. Flex and hold. Place that heel on the floor, straightening out that leg. The opposite hand goes on your thigh. Take an inhale, reaching to the ceiling, and as you exhale, lean forward, placing that hand somewhere on that extended leg. Grasping that toe if that's available to you. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of that leg. Slowly come on back up and bring that leg in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, grasp the back of that chair, leaning forward. Release your grasp on that chair and lean forward, pressing arms skyward, drawing shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, reach up to that ceiling. Exhale, grab the other leg. Circle that ankle. Switch direction with those circles. Flex the foot and point the toe. Inhale and exhale. Flex and point. Hold that point, really stretching out the top of that ankle. And then flex that foot. Place that heel on the floor, hand on your thigh. Inhale and exhale. Come on down over your extended leg. Come on back up and bring that foot in. Place your hands on your lap and circle that upper body. And then pause and switch the direction of your circles. Bring everything back to neutral. Take a wide stance with those legs, hands on your thighs. Bring one shoulder over to the opposite knee so that arm is straight, the other one is bent. Let's switch sides. And bring everything back to center. Bring those legs back in. Let's open those arms wide, pressing them back, drawing shoulder blades towards each other, and then bring those straight arms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap those hands. Inhale and exhale. This time, open those arms and then round that upper back, interlacing fingers, and circle those hands. When you get to the top of your circle, pause and switch your direction. Pause at the top of that circle and just bring those hands to heart center. Let's take that left leg and cross it over the right. And if you've had knee replacements, hip replacements, or have knee or hip issues, crossing one leg over the other might not be for you. If it's not, just cross that left ankle over the right one. So either cross ankle over ankle or thigh over thigh, and then just twist your body towards the left. Nice deep breaths. Turn back towards the front. And like I said, if you have ankle over ankle, just stay there. If you don't, bring that ankle up on your thigh. Inhale up nice and straight. And we're all going to exhale forward. So whether ankle is on the thigh, keep the back straight and lean forward, or if ankle is crossed over ankle, inhale and exhale, lean forward. Come on back up and return that foot to its place on the floor. Take that right ankle and either cross ankle over ankle or thigh over thigh and twist. Turn back towards the front and either leave ankle over ankle or bring the ankle up on that thigh. And we're all going to inhale and exhale forward. Come on back up and return that foot to its place on the floor. Place your hands on those thighs. We're going to bring it to a flow between a seated cow and cat. So take an inhale and lift that heart center, lift your throat skyward. As you exhale, curl. Bring your chin to your chest, belly button to spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Lift and curl. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Come on, back up. Turn those palms so they face the ceiling, resting hands on your thighs, and drop that left ear to your left shoulder. Turn your head towards that shoulder. Let your chin roll down to your chest and lift up your head. Drop the opposite ear to shoulder. Turn your head towards that shoulder. Let that chin roll to your chest and lift up that head. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, look over one shoulder. Inhale, center, exhale, other shoulder. Inhale, center, and exhale. Let's take that left hand and circle that wrist all the way up to that ceiling. Reaching as high as that arm will let you go. Switch the direction of your circles and let that hand float back down to your lap. Rest that back of the hand on your thigh. Circle the opposite hand all the way up towards that ceiling. Switch direction and circle it all the way back down. And rest that hand on your lap. Let's take that left hand and grasp the side of your chair. Reach up with that right arm and lean to the side. Turn that palm towards the ceiling and lift. Let's reach and bend. Turn towards the floor and reach. Back to the front and lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, grab one leg. Flex that foot. This time push the heel away from you and pull the knee in. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Push that heel away from you and hold. Pull the knee in and hold. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pull that thigh in tight. And return that foot to the floor. Inhale, reach. Exhale, grab the other leg. Flex the foot. Push the heel away and pull the knee in. Inhale and exhale. Push and pull. Push that heel away and hold. Pull that knee in. Take an inhale as you exhale. Pull it in tight. And return that foot to its place on the floor. Open those arms wide. And this time make your genie arms. Drop one elbow and then the other, making a figure eight with those arms. Bring those arms back to center. Take an inhale as you exhale, twist to one side. Back to center, inhale, exhale, other side. Back to center and relax. Just circle your shoulders. Let's take those hands, we're going to place them on that chair behind us and lift your heart center. Back up, take that belly, let it come down onto your thighs and let those arms just hang. Bring both arms to the side of one leg. And bring those arms to the side of the other leg. Back to neutral. Bring those hands underneath those legs, and as you exhale, give those legs a nice hug, and relax. Bring a hand to each thigh, round your back, and come on up. Take a nice big inhale, reaching to that ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Grab some water if you'd like, and then we're going to stand up and come behind our chair. So, while you're grabbing a sip of water, I'm going to turn my chair sideways, only so it'll give you a better view of what we're going to do. So, when you're done with your water, come to the back of your chair, bring those feet hip-width apart, firmly plant them on that floor, and just place your hands on that chair, and begin to lift from those heels all the way up that body to the crown of your head. Lift from the arches of your feet. Lift from your toes. Lift from that whole foot all the way up your body, reaching through the crown of your head. And it's just a mental thing, a visual thing. You're not physically lifting those feet up. Those feet are planted on the floor. You're just mentally lifting from those feet all the way up to the crown, through the crown of your head, growing taller, reaching skyward. Now let's all keep those hands on that chair. We're going to begin to step backwards. So you're going to walk back as far as those arms will take you. Now maybe you need to keep a little bend in your knees to start. We're finding our down dog. So you can start by bending those knees. Keep your back flat. Reach through that tailbone. So you're stretching out your spine. You're making space between those vertebrae. Now as you exhale, straighten those legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten. Bend and straighten. Inhale and exhale. Straighten those legs and hold. Bend those knees and walk back into your chair. When you get there, take a nice big inhale, reaching to that ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're going to find our warrior one. So we're going to place both hands on that chair. We're going to start by taking that right leg and bringing it back, bending that left knee. So that back foot is completely on the floor. The front knee is over your ankle. Now you can stay right here with both hands on the chair. You can send one arm up, keeping one hand on the chair, or you can send both arms up. So remember, in Warrior One, your anchor points are the heel of the back foot and the big toe of the front foot. So if you gently press both of those points into that mat, into the floor, it will help you maintain your stability. So just take some nice deep breaths, breathing into your Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. Let those hands return to your chair if they're not there. Straighten out that front leg and just bring that upper body forward. Nice, easy breath. Bend your front knee and bring that back foot in. Take a nice big inhale, reaching to that ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So bring that other leg back. Bend your front knee. Anchor that back heel and your front toe. And either keep both hands on the chair, send one arm up, or send both up. It's all your choice. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. Couple more breaths. Let those hands return to that chair if they're not both there. Straighten your front leg and bring that upper body forward. Bend your front knee and bring that back foot in. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to find our chair pose. So you're going to bring those feet hip width apart. Hold those stomach muscles in tight. Push the hips back and bend those knees. So remember, in chair, the knees are not in front of your toes. You don't want your knees out in front of your toes. You want them back. Now that chair is right there if you need it for balance. You can keep the hands on the chair. You can keep the hands in prayer and rest forearms on that chair. Or you can lift those arms up. Nice deep breath. Inhale, straighten those legs, reach up to that ceiling. As you exhale, float those hands down and place them on your lower back. Roll the shoulders back and lift your heart center. Bring it back to neutral. Turn those hands the opposite direction and circle your hips. Switch direction with those hip circles. And bring everything back to neutral. All right, let's find our tree pose. So pick a leg to start on, to stand on. I'm going to stand on my left one. You can have the toe of the right one up and the heel resting on that leg, or you can lift that foot up and place it against your calf. Hands can stay at heart center. You can send them skyward. It's your choice. Nice deep breaths. And bring everything down. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And let's do the same thing on the opposite side. Remember, that chair is right there if you need it. You can always keep a hand on that chair. Reach. And bring everything back to center. Let's go back to that down dog. So hands on that chair, walk back, stretching out that back, making space between those vertebrae. And this time gently pedal your feet. So one knee bends while the opposite heel presses into that mat, into that floor. Stop the pedaling and walk back into that chair. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. We're going to have a seat in that chair again, so grab some water if you'd like, and then come sit in your chair and grab your band or your towel or sock, whatever you have chosen. And then we can all meet in that chair. So, when you're ready, bring those arms to a wide stance. And we're going to take one arm, bring it overhead, and then the other. So just bring those arms to a nice big circle. And even if you don't have a band or a strap, you can still do this with those arms. And then pause and switch your direction. Bring everything back to neutral. So take your band, your towel, your sock, whatever you have, place it under that foot. Remember, it needs to be halfway between the toe and the heel. And then walk those hands down, lifting up that leg. So you want to be halfway between the toe and the heel on the shoe, because if it's up towards the toe, it's going to flip off and hit you in the face. And that's not very comfortable if that happens. So just lift up that leg, stay sitting nice and straight and tall. Bring that leg out to the side. Back to the center, cross it over the opposite leg. Return that heel to the floor and walk those hands down that band. Bring it to a nice hamstring stretch. Nice stretch in the back of that leg. Hold your prop in that right hand and bring the left one to the outside of that leg. Slowly come on back up, and let's switch sides. So place that band or prop under that left leg, walk those hands down, lifting that leg. Bring that leg out to the side. Back to the center, cross it over the opposite leg. Back to the center, return that foot to the floor and walk those hands down. Stretching out the back of that leg. Hold both ends of that strap or prop in that left hand and bring the right hand to the outside of that leg. And then slowly come on back up. Bring that leg in. All right, we're going to take that right leg and either cross ankle over ankle or bring that ankle up on that thigh, because we're going to find our cow face pose. So do the leg position that's appropriate for you. And even if you don't have a prop, you can do this. So you can take one hand, the prop in that left hand, you're going to bring it up so the back of your hand is against your upper back. So even if you don't have a prop, rest the back of that hand on your upper back. And then extend the opposite arm, give it a twist, and bring that hand so the back of the hand is against you and your palm faces out. And then simply walk those hands towards each other, getting them as close as they'll go. Maybe you get fingers to touch, maybe you don't. Everybody's body is different. And just take some nice deep inhales and long exhales. One more nice deep breath. And release. Bring that upper body forward once more. Come on back up, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So either cross ankle over ankle or bring that ankle up on your thigh, and this time that right hand is on the top, left one on the bottom. Walk those hands towards each other, maybe getting fingers to touch. And taking some nice deep breaths. One more breath. Release those arms and bring that upper body forward. Come on back up and return that foot to the floor. Just let your prop float to the floor, hands on those thighs, and circle your upper body. And if you're a visual person, you could pretend there's a pencil attached to the crown of your head and you're drawing circles on that ceiling. Switch direction with those circles. Bring everything back to neutral. Let's take that right hand, bring it behind your back, palm faces away from you. We're going to rest the opposite hand on our head. Lean back, gazing at that ceiling, and then let that ear float to your shoulder. Stretching out your neck, shoulders. Keep that elbow back. Bring that head back to center. Drop your chin to your chest and then turn and look under that arm. Return your chin to your chest and lift up that head. Switch those arms around. Keep that elbow back. Lean back, gazing at that ceiling, and then let that ear float to your shoulder. Return that head to center. Drop your chin to your chest and turn and look under that arm. Return your chin to your chest and lift up that head. Roll those shoulders. Send both arms up to that ceiling. Inhale, exhale, reach. fingers all the way down. Let's bring those hands to center. Press just those pinky fingers towards each other. Lift them away from each other. Bring them back. Push just those ring fingers towards each other. Lift them away from each other. Bring them back. Middle fingers press, lift, return. Pointer fingers press, lift, return. Thumbs press, lift, and return. Interlace those fingers and gently squeeze them towards each other. Stop squeezing and press those palms away from you. Up towards the ceiling and push. Bring those hands behind your head, pressing elbows back. Back up towards the ceiling. Back in front of you. Bring those hands in and switch the way the fingers are interlaced. Squeeze them towards each other. Press those hands away from you. Up towards the ceiling and push. Bring those hands behind your head, pressing elbows back. Back up towards the ceiling. Back in front of you. And bring those hands in. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Bring those hands to that diaphragm, fingers touch. Inhale, open those ribs, expand that diaphragm. Exhale, bring ribs and fingers together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more nice big diaphragmatic breath. And relax. And let's end with our eagle pose. So, if you have knee or hip issues, cross that right ankle over the left one. But if you don't, cross that leg over and possibly wrap that foot around the opposite leg. Open those arms wide. With that left arm on the bottom, cross your arms, bend the elbows, sending fingertips towards the ceiling, and either stay here with the backs of those hands touching or bring the palms around so they touch. Press the elbows away from your body and up towards that ceiling. Gently pull those elbows down towards your lap. Release the arms, open them wide. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. As you exhale, twist to the right and float those arms down. Turning and gazing out over that right shoulder. Turn back towards the front and undo those legs. Let's do the same thing on the other side, either crossing ankle over ankle, thigh over thigh, or finding your eagle legs. Open the arms wide, and this time that right arm is on the bottom as you cross. Bend the elbows and bring those palms around to touch. Press the elbows away from your body and up towards that ceiling. Gently pull them down towards your lap. Release those arms, open wide. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Turn back towards the front and undo those legs. Just sit back in that chair, making yourself comfortable. And we're going to end, as we always do, with an eye exercise. So pretend there's a clock in front of you and look up at 12 o'clock on your imaginary clock. Find 3 o'clock. Look at where 9 o'clock is on your imaginary clock, and look at 6. Look back up at 12 and make a big clockwise circle around your clock, returning to 12. Make a big counterclockwise circle, returning to 12. Find 5 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Look at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Look at 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Look at 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and look at your nose. Close your eyes. Rub those palms together, creating some heat. And then gently cup your eyes and slowly open your eyelids. Let those hands float down to your lap. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, let them drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale. One more. Inhale, reach up to that ceiling, palms touch. Exhale, those hands to heart center. And the light in me honors the light in each one of you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe. Thank you for doing chair yoga with me today.